Hello and welcome to Educated STEM. I'm Kate, the founder of Educated STEM, and today I'm going to talk about something which I find happens a lot on social media, where someone who's in a position of power writes something, presumably expecting to receive support and approval from their colleagues, but what actually happens is they get completely and utterly dragged down because other people read the comment and find it very dismissive and harmful, and then take the person in power to task. So, the comment that I'm thinking about, and I will just read it verbatim, and it was on Twitter a while ago, and it says, "An incoming student asked me to describe my qualifications to supervise their master's thesis. Why would I be a better candidate to supervise her than Professor X or Y? I can't tell if this is entitlement on steroids or just lack of cultural capital." I will not name and shame the person who wrote that, but it is available on my blog if you want to see it. And so, having been an administrator supporting graduate students and postdocs for many years, I've seen many instances where people can't believe that, students, postdocs, whatever, beneath their academic level have the audacity to question them. And, in this case, I think it's perfectly valid. This is going to be, as I stated, a master's student. Probably the master's student is going to be paying for their master's. So they want to make absolutely sure that the professor that they choose is good and will look after them, because not only are they expecting the professor to train them and make sure that they, get their masters done in a suitable time frame, especially because if you don't get it done in a certain time frame, you may be forced to leave without actually achieving your masters. That's a large investment of money to then leave without a degree. You want to make sure that they know what they're doing. How many people have they advised before? What are those people now doing? What did those people publish? Are they in top tier journals or are they in lower journals? Did they go to conferences? How, as my supervisor, are you going to support me? When I leave the master's position, are you going to assist me in finding my next position or job? These are all very important questions. So, as far as I'm concerned, the student who's asking this professor, please explain to me why you would be a better fit than these other people. That's a legitimate question, and I completely applaud whomever contacted this individual and asked these questions. And if I was a student, and I would probably be, looking at these professors on their social media feeds as well. If I'd seen this, I'd have thought, oh, yeah, that's a huge, huge red flag. You are no longer in consideration. I am moving on to Professor X or Y. Thank you for showing me your true colors. And crumbs, that is a dodged bullet right there. But obviously, this person who wrote this obviously thought their professional community would be like, oh, how rude, rude. We can't believe the audacity of this student questioning you. Of course, you are divine, and you would absolutely be an amazing person should you choose to accept this individual to work with you. And notice I said work with you, not work for you. Yes, these people are lower than you academically, but they are doing research in your field. Your name will be on that paper. You are helping train them, but you are getting something out of it as well. You are getting research, which then may be utilized in multiple publications. You might go to conferences and speak on this research. This is not completely altruistic on your part as the professor. You are getting something out of this yourself. And I think it's something to bear in mind that professors work for, colleges and universities and, higher education institutions, whatever it is. And somewhere in there, they probably have a mission statement, and that will have something about, training and developing students across different fields and preparing them for the job market. So if you, as a professor, can't explain to a potential student why you would be a good fit for them, then that says a lot about you and your willingness to, put effort into getting students who will then do work which will benefit you. And maybe that means that you shouldn't be a professor. I'm just going to throw it out there. If you're not willing to take the time to explain to people how you will benefit them in the future, then, are you in the correct field? Because as far as I'm concerned, if you're a professor, you are, yes, you have your own research and you're doing that, but you're also teaching the next generation in your field. That is one of your jobs. And so, yes, you should easily be able to explain to someone why you would be a good fit and why they ought to to select you, versus going onto social media and saying something this unpleasant because you sound entitled. This lady did not come off well when she posted this. I think it probably shocked her quite a lot, because she came across as the entitled one, rather than, the student. And as again, I'm going to say again, having advised students of all different levels through their studies and, beyond and into jobs, I absolutely applaud whomever reached out to this professor and asked the question, because it's your job to select a good mentor. And, I have another video about questions to ask and other things when it comes time to selecting mentors. So please check out that video if you haven't. And also there's a longer one with a document on my Patreon page. It will cost you the price of a cup of coffee. So for $3, you can get a document which will help you find the red flags to avoid, because, a mentor could also be a tormentor, which you don't want. So again, have the audacity to ask questions to ensure that you have the information to make good decisions. And if you're a professor, encourage people to ask you the questions. That's a good thing, because you also don't want a student who's a bad fit for you. It goes both ways. So I hope today's video helps. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.